This is DJ with Dreaming Joy 1111. You can call me DJ or you can call me Joy. Um, I have another dream message for you today. As many of you know, I am a dream walker. That means that I can come into your dreams if you call out for me, if Spirit needs you to know a particular message. I can come into your dreams. Some of these dreams could have happened last night for me, but they may not have happened for you yet, or they could happen last night for me, and you had this dream maybe a month ago. It may just take a while for the message to come to me, but I am here today to let you know that I have another message to share with you, another dream walker, dream meaning message. So let's get into it. Last night in your dream, you were getting some kind of messages. These messages were coming from a woman that you seem to recognize, and she has already passed away. So, to be clear, what I'm telling you is that a deceased loved one that you know, who is a female, came to you in your dreams last night. You were aware that she had passed, and you were a little scared but also excited. And the reason I'm telling you this is because that tells me that at the point where you have this dream, this person has already passed away. You already know that they have passed away. So this woman, she may be a deceased grandma, mother, sister, an auntie, maybe a friend. But you definitely knew the person who passed, and you were very excited to see her. So you care about her. This isn't like an old enemy that you found out passed away. This is somebody that you actually care about, someone that you'd love to see again. She was giving you intuitive messages, but you did not know what to make of them. But you were trying to understand what she was trying to tell you. So what I saw was you guys were standing in front of each other, and she had a sort of ethereal glow, hard to explain. I don't want to say she looked like, Casper the ghost, but there was some transparency there, and that just might be the way that you visualize a ghost. You may visualize them as sort of being see-through, white, transparent, but that's what you were seeing, and she was clearly trying to tell you something, but you couldn't understand her. It was a feeling of, I know that I need to know this information, but I just can't wrap my head around it. The woman went away, and you ran to someone else's room. This felt like a sibling, and she was female. So you possibly ran to your sister. You had to go upstairs, so you were running upstairs to her room. So I don't know if that means your room is downstairs and hers is upstairs. You might not even have stairs in your house, to be honest, because stairs itself is a particular dream meaning, and we'll get to that in a minute. But in the dream, you were getting the message, you didn't understand it, the deceased woman went away, and you left your room and ran upstairs to, I think, your sister's room. But it could be a roommate. It could be a best friend that you live with who feels like a sister. It could be a cousin. But that it doesn't matter. It was a female. You were running to her because you were so excited to tell her. So after you told her, and like I said, I think it felt like a sister, You told her about your experience, and she said, finally, you're finally getting your powers. We have been waiting so long for you to be able to communicate with the other side. So that's when the dream ended and I woke up. And I'm going to look at the energy of the dream and the dreamer, or I'm going to try to using these cards and see if Spirit will talk to us a little bit about what was going on in your dream. But before I do that, I want to just go over some of the symbolic things in the dream. So first, if you're dreaming about stairs, often stairs are about knowledge, and they're about wisdom, clarity. They're about enlightenment, really. And if you're going upstairs, you're either in your waking life or your subconscious mind, you are working towards a higher level of enlightenment, a higher level of knowledge and understanding. And obviously, if you're going downstairs in the dream, it could imply that you're losing some of that enlightenment, or that it isn't a concern for you. But in this dream, you ran straight up the stairs. And this is why I said it doesn't actually matter if you have stairs in your house or not, because it is very symbolic. Many people who are going back to school, for example, or really learning a particular craft, they often have dreams where they are going up the stairs. So that's important. So dreaming about a deceased loved one could be an indication that you miss them, or that you have not fully grieved or accepted the loss. It could be a sign that a quality you admired within them is trying to develop within you. It could be a subconscious unraveling of information or intuition within yourself. A spiritual meaning of seeing a loved one who has passed away could be that they are trying to communicate to you. It could be information or to give you some kind of comfort. This is especially true if there was a strong bond between you. Communication with spirits in a dream could be a sign that you are able to communicate with spirits, or that this skill needs to be developed. Spirits can communicate to us through dreams. These are called visitation dreams. There is a long history of people having visitation dreams, and I happen to be one of those people. Almost all of my intuition, my insight comes to me through dreams. My ability to remember dreams, to have dreams, is fairly heightened, and that's what makes me a dream walker. I can feel the difference between a clairvoyant dream, for example, an astral projection, a message from a deceased loved one, past life dreams, or a dream that belongs to somebody else altogether. And I have somewhere between 5 and 10 dreams a night, unless I take Benadryl. Then it's hit or miss. So I want to look at what tarot has to say about this energy. Let me look at this one. These mini cards. Spirit, can we let the dreamer know what kind of energy was in this dream last night? What is Spirit trying to tell the dreamer? Can we get 3 cards to start, Spirit? Okay. got some good energy here. Okay, so first we've got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is abundant and stable. And that's pretty important, because this may be trying to say that emotionally you may be stable enough to receive messages, to receive abundance. And I love seeing the Ten of Cups in any spread for any reason. This is emotional fulfillment. And I'm almost getting this sense that these two cards of abundance, that it's trying to say that maybe whatever intuitive skill that you have, the one in which maybe trying to emerge, it may have to do with emotions. I know a lot of empaths are only just now starting to realize that they are empaths. And in order to be an empath that isn't, constantly getting sick, constantly getting stressed, you really need to have a certain level of abundance. And if you're not used to feeling what other people are feeling, then it would make some sense to me that you couldn't understand the message you were given because you weren't yet able to trust your emotions or differentiate your emotions from this deceased loved one. And I love that we're seeing the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is, she has strong intuition. She has strong sort of inner knowing and psychic ability. And so what I'm seeing here is just an enormous amount of potential and strength in some kind of psychic intuitive gift. And I almost wonder what this deceased loved one was trying to tell you. Let me pull cards with this one, and we'll see if we can get some information on that. Spirit, can you tell us what this deceased woman was trying to share? What message is she trying to share? Let's try with 3 cards. Spirit, 3 cards, please. One, 2, 3. All right, the first one I see is the Queen of Swords, so that'll come next. Strength and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that's really straightforward. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, if you're trying to get an understanding of what messages this woman was trying to give you in your dreams, the Queen of Swords is somebody who has the information. So if this energy is coming at you, strength is, stamina and literally strength. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. These cards together are telling me that there's very, very likely a possibility that you are, in fact, intuitive, that this gift is emerging. It's going to be changing everything for you. I can tell you that you're probably not going to win the lottery using your intuition. I've heard some people saying that they have. I've never had that kind of luck. Maybe I will. But this is really telling me that you do, in fact, have some kind of sixth sense. You have some kind of additional sensory perception, intuition. And I think that the message that this woman in your dream was trying to tell you, I think what she's saying is to be strong, because everything's going to start changing for you. Depending on your abilities, some of those things start out in childhood. For me, the dreams started as a child, right? But for other people, their abilities don't even come in until they have a huge shock in their life. Something traumatic happens. And that could happen in your 50s. It could happen because you get into a car accident. It could happen because somebody passed away and it just crushed you in a way that somehow unlocks the ability. And so it is possible that this Queen of Swords is the woman in your dream. This is the past loved one. This is the woman you knew who always told you the truth, even if you didn't want to hear it. She may be the Queen of Swords, and she may be trying to unlock this information inside of you. Let's see, what else we got? I want to, let's do this one real quick. Okay, we have, I love it. Hidden gem is on the bottom of the deck. Can you see that? Pearl. It's possible the pearl is a name. It's possible that you or her like pearl. It could be a birthstone. But it says hidden gem. And so that does definitely remind me of an intuition, a psychic power, a gift of some sort being hidden, probably by your own mind. We have relocation, home, house, and a house in dreams. The dream meaning of a house is you. It's your mind. And so this does have a very dreamy look to it. Every single room in a house is a different part of your mind, a different part of yourself. And so I do think it's interesting that you got this card after a dream like that. We have Dove, Peace, and Serenity. And there was a lot of peace in the dream. You were very happy to see her. Doves often, symbolize spirits in dreams. So I love that. And we have Gazelle, which is change and purity. And with these two strong cards of abundance, I definitely think that the change is going to be good. I think the change is coming, if it hasn't already. And there's definitely a lot of abundance that's going to come along with it. I think it's going to have something to do with emotions. Either your ability to perceive other people's emotions or your ability to intuitively predict what's coming next based off of emotions. And remember, sometimes we feel our emotions physically too. So whatever way you decide to try and enhance your psychic abilities, try thinking about what you're feeling. If you think back on that dream, and you know this woman, if you think back on that dream, what was her body language saying to you? What did you feel from that? I'm just going to pull one of these cards before I leave you. Spirit, can we get an angel number for the viewer? 17. 17, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious. capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. And I love this card. This is a great card to get with this dream because you literally ran up those stairs. Your willingness for this enlightenment, for this gift, it was ambitious. It was incredibly fast. You weren't second guessing it. And a lot of people would. I'm being very honest. A lot of people would get a dream like that and they would consider it a nightmare. But you didn't. You ran up those stairs towards enlightenment, towards a higher sense of purpose. And I love that for you. Have a great day, dreamers.